Welcome everybody to today's workshop. As Dervla mentioned, we have a lot of content. It's about 5 hours today. We hope you find it to be informative. This is part of our overreaching objective to provide education to developers. We recognize that MIPI Alliance tends to be the place or the only place where MIPI specification information can be obtained. So we're trying to make it widely distributed as possible. I just want to give a little bit of an overview to set the stage. Many of you are familiar with MIPI Alliance, but we do see that there may be a number of people attending the call today who are not as familiar with MIPI Alliance. So just want to level set and give everybody an update. So MIPI Alliance was initiated in 2003, and you could see the graphics of the older cell phones that may be in everybody's draw today. And we were really formed to start or standardize the camera and display interfaces in the mobile phone. And that was our reason for being. And if you fast forward 18 years to today, we have developed more than 50 specifications. And we are proud to say that there's at least one MIPI specification in every mobile device on the market today. Today, the member ecosystem is very complete. When it was initiated, we really started with the device OEMs, the application processor developers, as well as as semiconductor companies as well. As we evolved over time, as the specifications were implemented, and the application processor developers all started. As the specs were developed, the ecosystem grew out, and so you have the test equipment companies, the test labs, the IP and VIP providers, consumer electronics companies, software providers, and more, which is the focus of today, the automotive OEMs and tier one suppliers. And many of the MIPI members, you'll see on the next slide, coming up slides, many of the MIPI members do supply into automotive for a long time. You see here that the MIPI mobile system diagram, this is kind of representative of a mobile device, the architecture of a mobile device, and you'll see MIPI specifications spread throughout that device. We won't focus on that today. There's a similar diagram for automotive, which you can find, and I'm sure will be displayed throughout the day. But as mobile has evolved, as MIPI has evolved, specifications being developed for mobile have been implemented in a wide variety of industries. So part of our mission, part of our focus has been, let's do it well for mobile, and then our members go and implement it and adopt it in many other application areas as the technologies evolve. And again, we have over 50 specifications. Here's a snapshot. I know those logos are small, but you could download and see. We took our membership list and really kind of highlighted those members, and it's not all inclusive, but those members who are in automotive. You'll see number of tier one suppliers, automotive OEMs, and a good majority of our members are in automotive, are approaching the specifications and bringing in requirements from an automotive perspective. And this isn't new. This has been happening for a while now, as cameras, just like mobile phones back in 2003, as auto and automotive were integrating cameras into cars, MIPI specifications are found there. You can see that MIPI has evolved through the mobile Gs, predominantly from a little bit after 2G, towards the end of 2G, 3G, 4G, now 5G. Throughout that time, beginning about 2010, you start seeing MIPI CSI, the camera protocol, DSI, being integrated and implemented in automotive. So we started to see at that point, this is now 11 years ago, MIPI members as well as new members joining MIPI to gain access to specifications that they would use in automotive. We established the Automotive Working Group back in 2017, about 2017, and we evolved from there. Today we'll be focused predominantly on automotive, and we'll go into a lot more detail. So you can see the specifications in automotive. They're wide-reaching. I won't go into each of them. Predominantly, MIPI is a short reach, for short reach applications. Camera with C-Fi and D-Fi in mobile devices, computing devices. Now with A-Fi, which has been in the market for about a year and a half now, A-Fi is now MIPI's long reach physical layer that connects cameras and displays within the automotive environment. And so, we're reusing and extending, just as many industries do, well-proven protocols, and we're extending that reach as well as adding functional safety and other, functionality for the harsher automotive environment. The mobile phone typically isn't developed necessarily for what is considered the lifespan of a car, or for the harsher environments that a car experiences. So you can see the wide range of specifications in automotive today. Camera, display, our physical layer SerDes, C-Fi, D-Fi, A-Fi, I3C, which is a control and data bus protocol interface. RFFE, widely used in automotive for RF front ends, as well as UFS, which is a JEDEC specification, leveraging MIPI UniPro and MIPI MFi. Today, we'll take a look, and you see the presenters there, and I'll go through a little bit of the agenda for today. It's wide-ranging, covering a number of different areas. We're doing some deep dives into areas that haven't necessarily been presented in this way in the past, and so we're hopeful that you feel free to ask questions. If you're unable to ask your question during the presentation, feel free to reach out to us. But we're going to talk about the MIPI Automotive SerDes solutions, MAS. You'll hear that throughout the day. Simplifying the integration of cameras and displays in automotive architectures. We have a couple of presentations about A-Fi in automotive design and system modeling. We do look at test with regard to A-Fi transmitter and receiver compliance. Functional safety, an area that we have been adding into or layering on top of our specifications in terms of how MAS embeds functional safety, guided by the requirements of ISO 26262. Another presentation on display. Then we have a legal and IPR presentation by MIPI's outside general counsel, practical look at MIPI's IPR framework. I think that will be a useful and educational presentation. I think we like to hear people to get the information from MIPI. There may be a lot of misperceptions or just wrong information out there, and so Brad Biddle will be here to provide an update on MIPI's IPR framework in the context of automotive, and look forward to that presentation. Then security as well. MIPI security framework, looking at protecting the automotive SerDes applications from security risks. Our first focus area for security is definitely automotive. I'll let Rick later on in the day detail our approach and our focus. But we expect that the security work that we're doing for automotive will be applicable for other applications, for other MIPI specifications in other environments as well. So that's the agenda for today. There's always more ways to learn. More and more, we're hosting these types of workshops focused in particular areas. There's an introductory white paper to mass. There's a blog that we have out there that we publish articles from time to time. So feel free to reach out to me. You can see my email address there. Ask questions during the conference today. Or reach out to our administrative team on admin@mipi.org. Again, I'd like to thank both the presenters and the participants. Without you, MIPI doesn't exist. MIPI is here for our member ecosystem, for the developer ecosystem, and I wish you a good day.